Way that are just joining, basically, I'm going to share some ideas, some concepts that I have learned over the past decade on channeling, and try these ideas on. If it feels good to you, kind of like a sweater, you try it on, it feels good, great, use that idea. If it doesn't feel good to you, just take it off, keep on going, and look for ways that might work for you, any of the things that I share in this training session. And if you have an opportunity, if you want to silence your phones, at least before we do the training session, then so that you're not interrupted when you're chanting. All right, if anybody else comes in, I will see if I can let them in quickly without disturbing anyone. Welcome to this month's Spirit Circle. This is how to channel your guide or higher self. We have a lot of information to share with you today. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and jump in. As you have questions, that's where I get to learn, is understanding what information you're looking for that I can support you in your spiritual journey. Put your questions in chat. We're going to have a question session right before we go into the channeling that I'd be able to. I'm going to mute everyone. Okay. That we would be able to get your questions answered. Okay, so with that, I'm going to share my screen. All right, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining wherever you are on your spiritual journey. This is some information that may hopefully make that deeper connection for you to source energy. What we're going to do is create a safe space for all of us to be able to ask questions, try different ideas on, that you are able to see yourself as a spiritual being, and that this is a safe environment for you to be able to expand and grow in your psychic development senses. How to determine if you are ready. You showed up for the webinar, so in my mind, it is something that you might be interested in as far as channeling, making that connection to source. So you're in the right place. A little bit about me. I was, not to go into any kind of story, but I was in a bad place about a decade ago and had difficulties with finance, relationships, my job. I wanted help. I needed help. And the resources that I was using at the time were not giving me the support that I wanted. And I was introduced to Orrin and Dabin, two light beings. One of my friends had a book called Creating Money, Attracting Abundance. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need some of that. And I had been asking for help from the spirit world. And what we've learned, and you all may know this, is you have to ask. They can't intervene for us. You have to ask for a little bit of help. So I've been working with spirit guides for about a decade and have gotten so much support and guidance, like serendipitous things happen. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you. So this is something that I've been doing for some time. I'm a certified light worker teacher, and this is one of the ways that I have been able to take care of myself, was being able to ask for guidance and wisdom in any area of my life. So who are the guides? Guides are high-level beings. They're often in dimensions like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and so on. It takes a good bit of energy for them to connect with the 3D world. This is a very dense world for them. So it does take some work on our part to be able to reach up and make that connection. And there are guides who are willing and able and want to help us, and we have to be able to ask. Guides can come in all shapes, all sizes, all dimensions, and what I invite you to do is consider the possibility that you may have been channeling, you may have been sensing your higher guides, your spirit guides, wanting to help you throughout your life. And this is something that's going to enhance that skill, like develop it like a muscle. So what I want to do is share a channeled message. I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Share a channeled message from Archangel Michael, who, if you are interested in hearing other channelers bring forth information above and beyond duality, is a great YouTube channel. And I am going to share my screen again.
Beloved Masters, I ask you to close your eyes for a moment before we begin our time together this day. I wish for you to sense my presence, not just read the message or hear the message I offer you. We have a divine connection, you and I. And yes, I mean each and every one of you. You are here on this planet because we sent out a clarion call, and you answered. You had to meet certain rigid criteria and undergo what might be called an intense training process in order to qualify for this grand experiment on Earth. Draw forth that memory from deep within the core of your heart and soul. Allow yourself to sense a feeling of expansion, a richness, a joy, as we merge our energies now one with another. I send you a ray of love from the center of my being, a gift that is yours alone. We of the angelic realms are as anxious as you to reclaim our connection. We miss your presence, dear ones. We have been separated now for too long. If you are willing, I will assign to each of you 4 beautiful angelic beings, but you must ask for this gift. These are more powerful than any other of the myriad of angelic helpers.
We're giving away free Donald Trump gold bars. Folks, we're doing a special Black Friday sale.
You have currently assigned to you, as these beloved angelic warriors will come to you at my request solely. There will be 2 with feminine energies and 2 with masculine energies to serve you. I assure you they are real as anything you can touch in the physical realm. Give them assignments, ask their name, and allow a sense of their personalities to emerge. Attune to them with your inner senses. Direct them to assist you in every endeavor, whether it be abundance, health, organization, protection, creativity. There is no limit to what they can do. The more you interact with them, the more real they will become, and the more you will see how helpful they can be. It is time for you to receive some of the rewards for all your patient endeavors, all your trials and tests. Gradually, we are resuming our proper relationship with all of you, with all of humanity. We were not meant to be separated or divided. It was intended that you would be able to interact with us telepathically. Even lift your spirit into the realms where we reside and spend time with us and receive elevation. Even when your spirit incorporated fully into the physical vessel, it was planned that we would always be available to guide, encourage, and support you. And it has been so, but in a much more limited way. We have only been able to reach you in dreams and through the yearnings of your heart and the gentle nudgings of your soul. We became unreal to you, myths, fantasy, or a hope of the faithful. More recently, we have begun to rebuild our connection to you as you cleared the static between us by refining your auric field so that you could once more access the higher dimensions. Also, we have been able to accelerate the process because we were given permission to intercede in order to activate your awakening. You agreed before you were allowed to incarnate in this lifetime that when the proper time came, you would allow us to set aside your free will and direct you toward your destiny onto the path of awakening. Many of you recall exactly the time, the place, and the circumstances in which this took place. We nudged you onto the path, and nothing in your world has been the same since. Dear ones, at this time, soothe your families' and neighbors' anxieties, maintain a sense of serenity and safety by being the example, the pillar of light that casts out all fear. Know that you will only experience that which you allow to become part of your reality, and as you change your beliefs, you change that picture of your reality, and the universe cooperates with you. You are the leaders, you are the examples, You represent the vision and carry the standard of what the future holds. We are ready to assist you, my brave warriors. Allow us to support you, to bolster your courage, to sharpen your insight and give you direction. Together we will overcome any adversity. We will prevail. But then, we never had a doubt. I am Archangel Michael. So be it.
So who are the guides? Your guides can be anyone from a shaman to a light being to a higher guide, the archangels, Lord Buddha, Jesus, any of those higher vibrational guides are available to be able to connect with us and help us raise our consciousness. So I'm going to share my screen again. So how would you be able to sense your guides? It may very well be through your intuitive senses. You might feel your guide's energy. You might see colors. You might see light. You might hear your guides. I'm interested if you go ahead and post in chat what your strongest intuitive sense may be. If you know what it is, I'm just curious. Your audience. Ability to know, claircognizant, and feel clairsentient. And whatever that sense might be, it may also not be the way that your spirit guides connect with you. They may connect with you through messages, books, people, events, serendipitous situations. Feel and know. Clairsentient. Yep, we've got quite a few of those. So a little bit about the guides. Two different kinds of guides. I'm going to categorize these. Low-level guides are not necessarily what we're looking to connect with today. We often will, when you do have any kind of interaction with a lower guide, they often ask, what is it that you want? They will look at being able to get something themselves, their service to self type entities. What you want to do when you're looking to channel is be in a high vibrational frequency. So being mindful not to be channeling when you're hungry or tired. If you do have a connection with a guide and it doesn't feel uplifting or peaceful, then you can ask them to leave. You can tell them that you don't want to interact with them and you can call forth another guide. High-level guides. These are the ones in the higher vibrational frequencies. They're the ones that are going to encourage you and support you. They're the ones who ask, who are you? That they are looking for your best interest, helping you on your spiritual journey, your life purpose, and you should feel open and loving and expanded in the presence of a high-level guide. So one of the things we're going to do in this session, this is something that I do, is we're going to put a protective bubble of light around you. So I invite you to take a moment to just close your eyes and envision yourself surrounded in a bubble of protective energy. While you're in the channeling state, you have this bubble of protection around you that your guides also help to enforce. And if you have any thoughts or ideas come in, what you're going to cook for dinner or, something that is going on, just envision taking that thought, encapsulating it into a bubble and letting it drift away. We want to create the space for you to be able to gain insight and guidance. as you go into a channeling journey state. So preparing to channel, making sure you're in a high vibrational frequency. Things that you may want to have handy, earphones if you're channeling, if you're connecting with your phone. I think some of us are connecting with our phone today. Crystals are high vibrational memory items. You can have crystals. If you have any crystals, you can go grab those on the break. A blanket, I wrap myself up like a burrito when I am channeling. I know that my energy will, my temperature will drop. And so I want to keep myself warm. Journaling. So when we take a break, if you don't have pencil and paper, you want to have that ready. So as you come out of the channeling state, you want to make notes of any information that you may have received. Recording the session. As you do channeling sessions and you go into verbally channeling, you may want to have a recording of the session so that you can refer back to it after the session is over. And turning off your phone. I'm looking at chat. Please show slide of high-level guides again. So I'm going to go back. High-level guides, and they can be of any dimensional frequency. We're learning more and more of non-human entities that exist, and we are actually making a connection, what they call a CE5 connection, where we're asking to be able to have a connection with a high-level guide. Oh, Kachina, thank you. Yes, I do have a handout. I'm going to stop sharing for just a second. Link. Okay, now that I think everyone is here, I'm going to put a Google Drive link in chat that you'd be able to download the handout. I put links in here, resources that you would be able to do any kind of research for yourself in your life as you expand and grow on your spiritual journey. So let me know if there is anybody who can't download that. Everybody is good that they can download that and save it to your local machine. So after the Zoom session closes, you'll still have this. It has references. It also has ways to be able to get in touch with me. Getting in touch with me through Meetup is probably the easiest. It comes right to my phone. Ada, click on the second link that I put in chat. Kelly, thank you. Kachina, we're good to go. Should look like this. Here's the channel. Got resources, the information I'm sharing. There's actually probably more information in here than the slides. Thanks. Okay, good. All right, and we are on page 4, high-level guides. I went ahead and put a protective bubble of energy around everyone. Preparing to channel. In just a couple of minutes, we're going to take a break so you can go to the bathroom if you need, grab your crystals, your book, your blanket, pen and paper. Second lean forward. Okay, great. Ozzy, good to see you. Okay. And one way that you can strengthen your connection to source is through your breath. We human beings are actually shallow breathers, and we don't breathe deeply on a regular basis. So taking 3 deep breaths, go ahead and just fill your lungs full of air and take some of the biggest breaths, 2 or 3 deep breaths. This creates that connection to source energy. And it kind of does a reboot, kind of like when you do a reboot of your computer, it reboots your energy system. Connecting with spirit. And we're going to achieve a relaxed state. If any of you have done hypnosis sessions with me or a hypnotherapist, you are looking to be able to get into that semi-sleep state. When we go to bed at night, we go through this transitional state. When we wake up in the morning, we come out through this transitional state. So we're looking for that in-between state. There are channels who can do this sitting up. I've worked with Tracy Farquhar, who's both a channel and a medium, and she can sit, she closes her eyes and goes into a channeling state. For myself, I want to be able to let go of this dimension, so I do it laying down. I do it in bed. In the mornings is a great time to be able to connect with your spirit guides and angels. And being in that relaxed state. And when you are opening to channel, you want to, like I said, build it like a muscle and find times when you know you're not going to be disturbed, turning your phone on either silent mode or vibrate or even airplane mode. You want to create an environment where you feel comforted and safe, having plants as high vibrational energy, crystals, high vibrational energy. And we want to be able to do these when you're in a good state of mind, not when you're tired or stressed or anxious. We want you to be in a high vibrational state when you go into channeling. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in chat. Okay, so we're going to get ready to take a break. But before we do that, I want to honor my word and do a raffle opening to channel how to connect with your guide. This is by Oren and Bin. And how we're going to do this raffle is I want you to think of a number between 1 and, I'm going to use my tarot cards, between 1 and, I guess 21. It goes up to 21. A number between 1 and 21. Pick a number. I'm going to pull a card. They're tarot, so they all have numbers on them. I've got somebody else looking to join. Okay. All right. Here's my tarot card. I want you to type in chat a number between 1 and 20. And for those of you who are clairvoyant and can see, okay, we've got some high numbers. Okay. All right, everybody posted a number? So the number is 9. Who is the closest to the number 9? I see Ada has an 8. Nelson has a 9. Congratulations, Nelson. So what I want you to do in chat is private message me. If you go to chat where it says see everyone and there's a drop down, if you find my name in there, I want you to put your address, private message me address, Nelson, and I'm going to order it on Amazon. That'll be at your door in a couple days. All right, congratulations, Nelson. Opening to channel. If anybody else is interested in this book, I highly recommend it. Let me put that link in chat, that if you are interested in this book, getting yourself into a comfortable position. I'm going to share a journey by Orrin and Dabin to help you meet your guide. It's going to run for about 23 minutes. And again, if you have any thoughts coming in, and if you have pencil and paper, you can just make a note of that thought, come back to it later. We're also going to take just a couple of minutes after the channeling session so that you can write down any thoughts that you may have received, and also do some takeaways at the end of this session too. So that, before I go on, before I start the session, well, let me share with you where I'm getting my information. You'll be able to I'm putting in chat the opening to channel course that Orrin and Dabin have. You can download the guided meditations. They take you through step by step how to set yourself up for channeling. They also have many journeys that you'd be able to meet with your guide or guides. And with that, if there's no questions, I'm going to get us ready for our channeling session.
Greetings from Orrin. In this journey, you will mentally meet your guide in preparation for verbally channeling your guide in the journeys that follow. Adjust your posture right now so that you are sitting in a comfortable position. Pay attention to your feet and your legs, bringing relaxation into these areas of your body. And adjusting your posture and the position of your legs and feet so that you feel comfortable and supported. Adjust your back and your spine and notice your breathing. Putting your back in a position that supports your breathing in an easy, smooth flow. In and out. There is a sense of relaxation that is growing stronger. And position your arms and your hands in a way that feels comfortable and relaxed. Your neck and your shoulders, the muscles around your eyes and your jaw are relaxing. Your mind is focused and alert. Your body is relaxed and peaceful. It is as if all of your energy is coming together at a very deep level. You can feel the confidence, the inner strength that is who you are, becoming more visible. You have done much work to be ready for this step. Your guide has been calling to you and is ready to assist you in making this connection. Now that you are in a comfortable position, feeling relaxed, calm, and mentally alert, begin to lift up into the higher realms of the guides, the realms of light and beauty. Simply by having the intention to do so, you begin to increase your vibration. You come into resonance with these worlds of light in which your guide lives and has a presence in. Your guide is assisting you in rising up into his or her realm of light, where the two of you may meet and communicate. You notice with your inner eyes that there is more light all about you. You are being bathed in light, and there is a feeling of love all about you. A sense that all is right with the world. All is as it should be in these higher realms. And you let go of anything that is holding you back from this experience. And you are open to meeting your guide and knowing more about him or her. As you rise into this realm of light that your guide is in, you sense the presence of many loving and high beings all around you. These beings of light are working with you and your guide to assist you in coming together, in making a connection right now. If you are ready to meet your guide, you might affirm, "I am ready." Make it your intention to meet and connect with your high-level guide right now during this journey. You are asking for the highest guide and teacher who is there to work with you to come forward. So out of this group of many high beings, you begin to sense a guide, one or several, stepping out and becoming visible in your awareness. Sense this guide. Feel how loving this guide is, how high and filled with light this guide is. Feel your heart welcoming this guide. and sense the response of your guide to your loving welcome. Even though this may feel as if it is just your imagination, that is fine. Believe that this is really happening. As you sense a being or beings come forward, ask, are you the guide or guides I am meant to work with? Do you come from the light? Ask this guide, do you have my highest good and spiritual evolution as your priority in our work together? And ask this guide, are you a high, healing master guide and teacher? If you feel expanded and good right now, if this guide has answered in the affirmative, continue on with this guide. If not, go back and once again call to yourself another guide. If you have the sense that a guide is present, and that this is the guide you are to work with, greet this guide warmly, and thank this guide for being willing to work with you and for being present in your life. Notice, what does your guide look like or feel like? Let the impressions come in. Let the sensations, images, pictures, or information you are getting be perfect for you. Let go of any judging and just open. Become familiar with this high feeling of your guide. Perhaps you want to explore further what your guide looks like. Is your guide male or female? Or a beam of radiant light? What inner feeling do you have with your guide present? Ask your guide to intensify the feeling that you have when you are in this guide's presence, so that you can recognize when your guide is present. Is there any type of clothing or nationality that represents your guide? Is there a certain feeling, a sound, or a vibration that represents your guide? Ask your guide to adjust your energy so that you can receive his or her messages more clearly. Get quiet for a moment and notice the energy in your body as your guide opens it to hold more light and to make a clearer connection. Ask your guide for a mental message. Is there anything you need to do to prepare to verbally channel? Is now the time to channel? You may hear the message now, or it may unfold later. It may simply be a sense or a feeling within you. As you communicate with your guide in your mind, it may feel as if you are making it up. Play like a child and let the impressions flow. Imagine that the connection to your guide is getting even stronger now. Your guide is stabilizing the connection, strengthening it, and assisting you in increasing your vibration. All of the beings of light, and I, Orn, and Dabin, are assisting you as well. Every time you tune into your guide, the connection will become stronger and clearer. Your guide is transmitting energy to you right now, working with you on an energy level to activate the opening, to strengthen your ability to verbally channel. Simply sit and receive this energy for a moment. All of us and the other guides who are present are assisting you, as well as your own guide. Ask your guide if he or she has any other messages for you at this time. Let the impressions, images, and message flow, even if it feels like you are making it up. Open up right now to receiving a message from your guide. Experience the unconditional love your guide has for you. Receive more love right now than you have ever received. Feel all the love your guide has for you. Your guide always has your highest good as his or her priority. Your guide is a friend who is always there, caring, loving you, ready to help. Your guide is here to empower you, to guide you into the higher realms, to help you awaken your own deep wisdom, to light up your path and show you the way. Your guide cannot take away your lessons, but can help you move through them with greater ease and more joy. Send your guide thanks and appreciation for all the love and guidance he or she has just for you, waiting for you to connect and ask. Feel how happy your guide is now that you have finally made a conscious contact. You might ask your guide if he or she has contacted you at other times through your dreams or other experiences. Ask your guide to show you another time, perhaps when you were in contact, if it is appropriate for you to know or see this. Thank all the beings, the masters and teachers who are here with you today, supporting you and connecting with your guide. Feel their love for you. Say goodbye right now to your guide. Know that you can call upon him or her whenever you want. Come back slowly into your normal reality, bringing back with you that loving, high and expansive feeling you have just felt. You have now made your first connection to the guide you are going to channel. As you come back fully now, perhaps you want to walk around the room, stretching your body and completely returning to normal reality. Come back fully now, feeling wide awake, full of energy, and back into normal reality. You may want to write down or record in some way your guide's messages, and any information, senses, feelings, or images you received. And with that, I bid you good day.
Go ahead and take a few minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, to write down any insights, thoughts, ideas, concepts you may have had or experienced. I'm going to come back in about 5 minutes to go over takeaways, and if you want to continue working with Oren and Devin, how you might be able to do that. Again, take your journal, pencil and paper, and write down any insights you may have had while connecting to your guide. Okay. I'm watching the chat for any questions. So that was Tanaya Roman channeling Oren and having us get that connection, enjoying that relaxed state and making a connection with your spirit guide. This is one of several journeys in the Opening to Channel series. And what I'd like to do is share a little bit of information on how you can continue working with Oren and or myself in developing your channeling gifts and getting guidance and direction. So I shared the one link. So there's two ways that you can continue to work with this channeling information. One is you can absolutely do this yourself. When I found out about Oren and Devin, I could go online to their website. I could download any number of journeys, and they've been providing channeling opportunities for people since the 1980s that they have classes. They've both left the earth plane as of this last year. The Oren and Devin Foundation, we teachers are looking to continue this work for another 100 years. So if you're looking for more information on channeling that you can do yourself when you're doing these guided journeys, you can turn the recording off and on as you work with your own guide in questions. When you do, if this is something you're interested in, they have a number of steps that they take you through in practicing channeling. You go through several journeys in reaching your guides and connecting with your guides, and there is a PDF that goes along with that. If you are interested in working as a group, I have put together a private group session that will start in January. You still want to start right away if you're looking to build your channeling senses, that you'd be able to work with Oren and Devin. I'm also going to share a link. If you're interested in working with me, I've got a 5-course session. This does have a fee, but I'm going to give you a coupon with this also. So again, in chat, takeaways are, so if you would put into chat, what was your biggest takeaway from our spirit circle today? Any insights, connections, maybe how you sensed your guide, if you sensed your guide? While you're gathering your thoughts, I'm going to pull up the next Spirit Circle session, which is going to be Sunday, January 7th. And it's called I See, How to Expand Your Clairvoyant Sense and Telepathic Vision. That's a free Spirit Circle. We're going to do free Spirit Circles monthly. And I'm going to provide you the meetup link. So you can sign up for that one. Again, Sunday, January 7th at 1 p.m. And I'm also going to provide my calendar if you are interested in scheduling a one-on-one session with me. I have those available too. Rosie and I had met last time, and we had a great session where he was able to get his questions answered on things that were going on in his life. Rosie, that was a lot of fun. Gina, I'm reading yours. Always makes me heated up when giving readings. I didn't channel today because I'm too tired. Good reminder to keep up the self-care. Yes, thank you. Rosie, enjoyed the connection with guides, experienced an extremely bright light. That's exciting. Valerie, I got your message. Thank you. Anybody else? Anything that you experienced? Okay, well, I want to thank everyone. Question, is channeling part of mediumship? And if not, what are the differences? That's a great question. My understanding of the difference between the two are the dimensions that we're connecting with. So mediumship, you're more connecting with loved ones who have crossed over, who are still in that 3D, 4D dimension. When you are channeling, you're actually reaching even higher to the 6th, 7th, and 8th dimensions where the spirit guides, where the high dimensional guides live. Does that answer your question? And we even mentioned earlier, when you're channeling, we're not looking to connect with loved ones. We're looking to connect with high-level beings. When using stones, how to use them, what crystals help with channeling. So my recommendations are rose quartz. That is a loving vibrational frequency, and crystal quartz. Crystals are used in watches, computers, satellites, spaceships. So they have a memory in them. And when you are channeling, you can hang on to your crystal. If you have a particular goal or objective that you're looking to accomplish, you can use that crystal and imbue that intent into your crystal, and then carry it around with you throughout the day, reminding yourself of what it is that you are committed to for yourself in your life. I also have a crystal class coming up. I did get that scheduled. Let me see if I can find the link for that. That one is, it's also in January. It is going to be a free one. Learn the metaphysical properties and mystic lore of healing crystals. So I'm going to put that link in chat. That is a super fun one. And bring your crystals that you'd be able to understand a little bit about crystals, a little bit about the different frequencies, how to choose a crystal, how to clear a crystal, and how to imbue that crystal with intentions. That's a super fun one. Any other questions or takeaways? All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be with you today, that we would be able to connect to high-level beings, and they are open and willing and available to help us. You guys are the light workers. You guys are the ones that are helping to change the planet. You are here for a reason, to be able to love and be loved. And I want to be able to help you on that spiritual journey. I've had help, and I want to be able to make it available for anybody, especially as we're getting more and more information coming out of the Pentagon and Congress about extraterrestrials and non-human intelligence, that you do have a place to be able to come and get answers. You can absolutely set up a call with me and we can work together. Yep, Katina is responding to Razi. Do our guides have names? You can absolutely ask. And in the opening to channel, there is a session where you actually ask your guide for a name. Mine don't have names. I call them spirit. When I'm journaling, I'll write, spirit, this is what happened today. What do you think of this? What should I do about that situation? So Katrina is right. You can meditate and you can ask for their names. In the other dimensions, they don't necessarily have language like you and I do. They're more telepathic. So they may give you a sense of a feeling or a color that represents who they are. And absolutely, if they have a name, that they will give you that name. Any other questions before we wrap up? Okay, you have the links, you have the handout. If you want to reach out to have a one-on-one session with me, I'd be happy to meet with you. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you after the holidays in January. We actually have 2 free spirit circles in January, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you again. With that, I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you, thank you.